Welcome back to The Slice, everybody. The draw for the U.S. Open is out, and it is one of the most wide open draws I've seen in a long time, and I'm going to tell you why. So I'm glad to be back in the Slice studio after being on a trip to Cincinnati where I saw one of the most exciting Masters 1000 tournaments, I think, of the year. I was pretty skeptical going in because my guy Federer had to pull out, unfortunately, but I got to see Grigor Dimitrov win his first major title and saw lots of guys practice up close, and it was awesome. I'm going to be posting a vlog about it soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But as far as the U.S. Open goes, the reason why I say that it's wide open is because the two favorites, who are definitely Federer and Nadal, are both pretty shaky right now. Federer is shaky because we don't know how his back is. He played not good in Montreal, and then he pulled out eventually, obviously, because of his, or he didn't pull out, sorry. He lost in the final, and then he pulled out of Cincinnati because of his back. I saw some practice footage of him playing today, and he looked pretty good, but we're going to have to wait to see him in a match to give a verdict on his back. And Nadal's been playing shaky ever since, I would say, the French Open. In Wimbledon, he had a bad loss. In Montreal, he lost to Shapovalov, getting it right finally, which was a bad loss. And in Cincinnati, he lost to Kyrgios, which I was there, and he just looked not himself. So we're going to see what type of Nadal we get this U.S. Open, but that's why I say that this tournament is open, because even the top seeds aren't looking too dominant right now. Taking a look at Nadal's quarter of the draw, his first challenge, I think, is going to come in his first round when he plays Lajovic from Serbia. Big hitter, and big hitters have always been Nadal's problem, like I've said before. So the way he's playing right now, I could honestly see him going out in the first round to Lajovic, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he is a 15-time Grand Slam champion. His next test would be Thomas Berdych and then Grigor Dimitrov. Both of these guys, well, Berdych is a big hitter, which is a problem for Nadal, but Dimitrov is playing the best tennis of his life right now. And I think if Nadal and Dimitrov matched up, I would have to go with Dimitrov winning that match. And I know everyone's going to say, you're just a Nadal hater. I can tell. I'm more of a Federer fan than Nadal, but honestly, from what I've been seeing, I watched him play in Cincinnati. Here's some footage of him playing, and he just was not looking himself. He was on the back foot against Kyrgios the entire time. And if he's not imprinting his game on the opponent, he's going to lose to big hitters and people who are playing really well, like Dimitrov. Now, if we take a look at Federer's quarter of the draw, his first test is going to be for his back, is going to be against TFO. TFO is a good young player, but he's not going to beat Federer if he's playing well. So we're just going to see how Federer is moving in that. I think his first real test is going to come in either Sam Querrey or Nick Kyrgios when they get to Federer. That's where we're going to really see how good his game is, because it wasn't just his back in Montreal, I don't think. It was his game wasn't caught up to the hard court season. So now we're going to have to see where it's at. And from then on, I think if he takes either of those guys out in 3 sets, which he should, he's playing well, even though Nick Kyrgios is playing like a beast right now. If he takes him out in 3 sets, I think he's going to have a lot of momentum going into the deeper rounds of the tournament, and then he's going to be the clear favorite from then on. But yeah, these early rounds are going to be really important for Nadal and Federer, because they've not been showing the reasons that they're I guess Federer's 3 in the world, I think now, but that they're the 2 favorites. Murray just pulled out of the U.S. Open, so he's not going to be there. But he wasn't a factor really anyways, because he's played not well the entire year. But Federer and Nadal have not been showing lately that they're the 1 and 2 seeds. But this tournament, the early rounds, we're going to look to see why they've become the 2 best players on the planet again after such a long time, which is insane. So I'm excited to see it. And another thing is that Federer and Nadal are both in the top half of the draw. So if they were to make it to the semifinals and meet each other, I would have to give the benefit of the doubt to Federer right now, but we're going to have to see how they're playing. But I really don't think Nadal is going to happen in the U.S. Open this year. I think that one of them is good, or both of them aren't going to make it there. I don't think both of them aren't. I know that one. I don't know. I don't know what I think, but I'm not very confident, like I was in Montreal, that Nadal is going to happen because I was a little bit naive back then. So the bottom half of the draw is really wide open because Murray's out, so it's exciting. We're going to have a finalist in the U.S. Open final who probably hasn't been there before. Marin Cilic has been there before, and he's in the bottom. But other than that, wide open. Lots of opportunity in this year's men's draw for the U.S. Open. Thanks for watching, folks. This is The Slice. This is where I do tennis reviews, commentary, and predictions. So keep it locked here. Subscribe down below, and your dreams will be fulfilled.